For any type of creativity, I feel like staying tapped in with your inner child is important, because I feel like that's where creativity starts, I was just on a date. I was on a picnic, actually. Picnic is like crazy to say out loud, but like, picnic. The side characters is talking, but some of them might not have a name. Like the citizens, they might not have a name, but they gonna have what they said, when the subtitles pop up. The love for like recording and seeing things, getting put together and pieced together, and like the editing process, seeing like what you just created, like growing my hair out, that's what I'm trying to say, but all around, that's basically what I was gonna get to, but that's what your character is picking up. Sometimes they do correlate with your character, or like, shit deeper into the game, you feel me, if you really listening to what that person is saying. But do you feel me though? I got so much footage yesterday. Footage in general. It was this kid, like, he was observing and examining like a bunch of items and colors, and but I know me, and yeah, if you know me, like, it's deeper than just observing that. Like, he tapped in with certain things that a lot of people lose care of throughout life, as they grow. I just like visualizing, just real life. Just using art to tap in with self for real, yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna act like I ain't just come down here yesterday. It's just some files got corrupted. I ain't gonna lie, I think I did some weird shit. Like when I was touching my camera, like my battery and my SIM card popped out in the middle of a clip. I feel like that shit like corrupted some shit. I know there's some ways you can, supposedly there's ways you can get it back, but I feel like everything come with adversity. So I just came back down here the next day. Actually, a couple hours, hadn't even been 24 hours yet. But I got so much footage yesterday. Footage in general, but I was just talking to another content creator, about this. Like, it was basically saying like how just when you really like the art of it, the love for like recording and seeing things, getting put together and pieced together, and like the editing process, seeing like what you just created, like the outcome, the process, the creative process. If you into that though, a lot of people like content, but they don't like editing. But YouTube is coming back slowly but surely. But even if it's not, like, it's just at the point where art is art. And I have been thinking about TikTok. I forgot they do got the 10 minute videos now. But basically just don't got a problem with posting on YouTube in general, like, It's like no matter how bad these winters get, like it's like the summer gonna always make up for it. Whether it's the smells, the environment, the things you can see coming through the city, monuments or things, historical monuments type shit. The smells of the food, the sights you can see, and just the city being so versatile in general. Like, different areas with different vibes, and not to mention the vibes, Yeah, I was definitely gonna get cinematic yesterday, but like, yeah, I kind of left out early, and I feel like it's a time for that. In the afternoon, kind of like when the sun setting and stuff like that. But yeah, just really into that, like just lenses, like that lens, like on the camcorder, like just how I focus, like I do focus exercises, you know what I'm saying? It kind of correlate in real life, blurry, and then it's clear, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you focusing on something closer, and then you focusing on something far, but not really moving your eyes all the way. You feel me? Like, that's just what I'm gonna say. To me personally, I feel like it kind of promotes and boosts and encourages clarity when you see that clear lens, like, But that's also like, I kind of grew up with cameras, I didn't know I was gonna like cameras this much. I didn't know I was gonna like the art of cameras this much, but cameras literally, how I said, don't make your vice toxic. At many times my camera helped me like grow, kind of just get thoughts out and put them in clips, in a way, shadow work. Just as you grow, like getting comfortable with yourself, at certain times though, at certain times of life. Like I said, I've been getting involved with cameras, indulging in cameras since I was younger. And like the fact that it kind of like so beneficial to me is like, it makes sense, Also, I've been definitely growing with the season. I tried to multiple times. Growing my hair out, that's what I'm trying to say. But all around, that's basically what I was going to get to, but it kind of came out wrong when I first said that. So, I tried it many a times, you know, from waves to my hair run out now. But kind of like a clean slate when I'm doing that, you know, like I feel like not everything gotta be clean, but you gotta like just stay aligned, you know what I'm saying? Just stay content. I believe that's the right word. Usage right there. But no, I was sitting right here too yesterday. Like when I came here yesterday, and it's like it just felt so good to be in this area. Like when I was just standing there, like I said, it was way more sunny than today. You know, the sun was out more. Still a little early though, but just what really hit me is that environmental change. And I was watching a podcast right before I left yesterday, and it was on my leg. Afrobeats artist, you feel me? Artists in general, but you know, he make Afrobeats type shit. Illegal fire. Let you know about that, nigga. Like, I damn near paused it right after he said, like, you know, he'll record in London then record in Nigeria, you feel me? Or just any other places, but basically saying London is the hotspot for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, the environmental change, the creativity flow, the air, shit, the people. Like, you can even just look at somebody, like I was just observing, like, when you out like this, like it's like it's what I'm saying, correlations. Like it was just a dude with a green hat right over there yesterday, but it's another one with damn near the same fitted, just a couple more shades, more earthy. Yeah, it's just I say that to say though, like observing people, environments, and even the sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to a lot of electronic genre of music, a lot of house, house music without the words. You know what I'm saying? Like just the vibes and the atmospheric things. The atmospheric music. But I say that, bro, because like when I'm cruising through here, a lot of those songs implement like fire trucks and stuff like that. The noises of them, like going through the city though, like you hear the echoes. And I was also in Alafia land, so what you know about Alafia lands, nigga. But it just help you flow, just flow more, observing and hearing different things that you decide to take in and not let go through one ear out the other. When you switch environments, whether you an artist, you can start. I guess somebody with a book bag on, I'm looking at right now with shades on and a burgundy coat type shit. You definitely make some bars out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just little things, You appreciate the little things because you can really turn that into, really excel it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I went to this yoga class, real light therapy, real nice, like real calm, controlled environment, calm, controlled frequencies. But I messed with it though. Like she said, we was like meditating, and then towards the end, she was like, just focus. Like you'll be able to come back to this place whenever you need to. Just her saying that alone really sat with me because it's like, yeah, I use that a lot. Like I'm able to remember a lot of environments that I've been to that brought me peace, and return there, when I meditate. But not everybody is visual, so you gotta kind of find what works for you, But it's just personal speaking. I'm the one vlogging. But this is the topic I touched on yesterday, like just really seeing the patterns of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like for any type of creativity, I feel like staying tapped in with your inner child is important. Because I feel like that's where creativity starts. I was just on a date. I was on a picnic actually. Picnic is like crazy to say out loud, but like picnic. I was on a picnic though, like it was this kid, like, whether he was dealing with something or if he wasn't, it was this kid, like he was observing and examining like a bunch of items and colors and but I know me, and yeah, if you know me, like it's deeper than just observing that. Like, he tapped in with certain things that a lot of people lose care of throughout life, as they grow. But overall though, I just feel like staying tapped in with your inner child is key for art, whether if it's physical art, digital, yeah. Hey, yeah, it was the cutest thing. I was just on the phone to a girl, and she was watching Loud House to go to sleep to. Like, I heard it, I was like, yeah, she going to sleep to Loud House. And she create too, like, you could tell, like, funny, flowy. I like flowy things, like, I can't really describe it, but if it's flowy, it's flowy. But, yeah, real intact and in tune, like, makes sense. When I spoke on, like, certain patterns in life, like, observe your patterns. And yes, we do go wrestling shoes. One, they comfortable, and they real flexible and flowy, like, for the type of activities that I'm indulging in this moment, Now, I can definitely probably speak for a bunch of creators like that. If you really like creating, like when you in your moment, but like I ain't gonna say you don't got your spark, cause like if you really looking for that spark and like you know you trying to benefit yourself, you gonna eventually have it, and you always have it because you trying to benefit yourself. You know, you're not trying to just stay in one place, and you're not just cool with that. You feel me? As far as me, like recording this, just after so many periods of growth and just just in general, it's like I'm probably in like not a couple minutes, but like a double-digit amount of number of minutes or an hour or tomorrow, like not be a different person, but I could have different thought patterns, different ways of feeling about something that the day before I might have felt so totally different about, But it's like, I say like recording and stuff like that, because it's like putting a version of you out that's like, I could feel totally different. But for peace of mind and always growing and like exploring and creativity, it's like, even if you draw, paint, which I indulge in the paint. It's just like making a video, vice versa. Like not all the pieces gonna get put out, It's like after creating for X amount of time, you realize why artists have so many archives, you know what I'm saying? Like artists that really care about their craft, why they have so many archives. You really grow with your art also, like one day you might feel like this about it. The next day you probably feel a totally different way about it, or just, you also in real life going through real things, so which can also play a part in your art, whether it gets released or not, or archived or not, you know what I'm saying? Either way though, those archives, those things that don't get put out to the public, it's like, depending on how you look at it, if you want it to be beneficial to you, look at it as practice, look at it as, coach yourself when you editing, I like coaching myself, whatever, I like just in general. And just learning, a clip like this would have been called next to a clip like this. A clip like this would have been called next to a clip like this. Or like this clip should be X amount of time. Or along with this clip, that should be X amount of time. Type shit. Do you feel me though? Like, I feel like which senses was enhanced first for you is important too. Hear me out if you hear me. Like, I'm a visual person. I've always been a visual person. Visual learner, visual, all that. Like, let me see it type shit. But some people are great listeners. I say when it comes to your craft though, tap into those. And I'm not saying you can't elevate those all around. You know what I'm saying? Your point of views and your senses. But when it comes to your craft, see how it correlates. And see how you can elevate and evolve that, you know what I'm saying, if it correlates with your craft and it's beneficial, you feel me? It goes with what I like doing, it's all visual type shit, I'm not saying other senses don't apply, but it's very visual, you feel me? Favorite spots, like the most convenient location, like in the heart of the loop, basically. Native foods, it goes down like crazy. But that's like my OG vegan spot, like one of the first vegan spots I heard of down here. Just got super loud. I feel like certain environments channel different freaks. Like 16. 16? Yeah, but it's a bigger one, go like 20. Yeah.
Okay. Are you safe on that motherfucker?
No, for sure.
down here.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, I be for sure. Likewise. That's weird. For example, in the city, for sure, everybody like, how everybody vibrating and stuff like that. Like just all in one area. I feel like in the realm that we can't see in physically, I feel like it's a certain aura popping from the city, like glowing from the city, you feel me? Think about in video games, like for example, like Fortnite. How when you pick up an item, it's glowing, you feel me? But that aura, like the color correlate with the aura, you feel me? Football game, football stadium, that's an environment with like people vibrating highly, everybody looking forward to that. Everybody there for a reason, they bought their ticket for a reason, like. Even in movie theaters, everybody there for the movie. I feel like everybody vibe being set on the movie, it enhances the vibe of everybody in there, you feel me? Alright, yesterday I just grabbed some sweet green. Today I think I'm gonna grab a smoothie. Yeah. Should be I definitely did go mango black tea today. I definitely did go mullen. Black tea, mango black tea, mullen, and then I went kiwi strawberry. Strawberry mixed with the green tea. But like, I can't even cap. This girl put me on a pot belly very, very recently. Like last week. Probably one of the best veggie wraps I ever tasted in my life. Like, it's coming from a vegan. You feel me? Like not saying I can't get cinematic on the ZV, you know, on this regular camera, but I think I'm gonna save them for separate, you know, for different reasons. Like, you know, my camcorder. I just bring it up because I'm having an eye, like, what would look raw on the camcorder. Like, it's a red sign right here. That's a Dunkin' Donuts. No, it's not Dunkin' Donuts. That red sign is somewhere right there. But, you know, vibrant things. You know, I just like visualizing, you know, just real life. You know, just using art to tap in with self for real. Yeah. Know where they playing this right now. It's the order right here. Very vibrant. Hold on. I'm gonna mix it in. I'm gonna mix it right. But to be real, depending on how you like, you don't need to mix it. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely a part of me is glad I even got out today. You know, like I said, it is warmer. It's always gonna be a give and take. Sun and up, popping out, you know. So it's a give. For real. Like, you know, it was just saying, go ahead and get some more clips, you know, type shit. But, yeah, it was good vibes out here. People just cool, man. My rock with her shit. Yeah, real vibrant, like people out walking around today. Yesterday was everybody. Today it's like everybody was waiting till Friday, you know. Yeah, no, what I was talking about yesterday, as I'm hearing, you know, just conversations around me. Even when I'm riding through the city, like, just, it's like in a video game. If you playing campaign, the side characters is talking, but some of them might not have a name. Like the citizens, they might not have a name, but they gonna have what they said, you know, when the subtitles pop up. But that's what your character is picking up. You know, sometimes they do correlate with your character, or like, you know, shit deeper into the game. You feel me? If you really listening to what that person is saying. But yeah, sometimes you just picking it up, and if you in your zone, and you just, you know, it's entertainment, you know. But that also come with lowering your attention span. You know, like I'm getting amused by watching the birds just glide by and the trains go by. But I watch it, not watch, but that too. But I watch a lot of nature. I'm in a lot of nature, you know. Things that's not moving the fastest at all times, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't feel like I gotta jump from one thing to another, like, rapidly, you know. But you definitely appreciate little things more, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Definitely, yeah. I don't remember the last, I don't remember the exact last time I was here, but this is one of the spots, like, just something light. If you want something light, quick, healthy, definitely healthy. All superfood. Not every superfood type shit. They have to dip in the cups. So fasting, you know, fasting originally is fasting, you know, clearing your system, you know, to be nourished by God, you know, to receive downloads, to receive, you feel me, spiritual nourishment. But it's like, I feel like, it's like I can't even, well, first I feel heavy, like when I'm trying to not eat and then I'm trying to create, you know what I'm saying? I feel heavy. It's really fueled by life when I'm like, when I'm creating, I'm full because my mind is full and like, it's not giving me butterflies, but like, I feel like you should definitely get that feeling no matter how long you've been doing something that you love, but no matter how experienced you are with it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's just your passion, you know, that's just your mind and your body, like, you know, communicating with each other, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, another reason why I like eating light, I don't want to say change my eating, because like I said, this shit like, it's been so long, it's a lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't really go into depth of like what I eat, like what, you know, like just the vegan, you feel me? Like, it's, yeah. They got a mohawk. just doing things on an empty stomach it just hit different. That's just overall doing things on an empty stomach hit different. Especially when I'm getting sun, not even to mention being grounded or grounding, but especially when I'm getting sun. It's charging your chakra, it's charging your pineal gland. I promise a lot of times, it's just in your head, like yesterday. Or shit, today, for example, I could have just stayed inside, you feel me? Something just tell you stay inside, but it's different when you your higher self, really, saying, nigga, let's go do this, higher and lower self conversations, you know what I'm saying? Higher and lower self thoughts and conversations, but, sometimes the action, this nigga just slipped and failed. I didn't record it though. But sometimes the act is just do it, just act upon it, That's why I don't really talk much too. I'll feel better, I'll feel more maybe talkative at certain times after the task is done, you know what I'm saying? If you said it's a task, let's do the task, But yeah. Yeah, besides that, it's I know I be seeing this, people say, if you got game to give it, a lot of the things that you do naturally, a lot of people may look at as amazing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying you, but I could say you feel me, but I'm talking for vlogging purposes. Yeah, it's just a lot of things too, it's I talk to myself so much, it's all of the things kind of said sometimes before it's said, I like people I can talk to that got that telepathic energy, I'm on the same, I'm on the track while I'm talking, and then before I am, or coming to them, they kind of yeah, I know what you mean, or I can tell they know what I get, or I don't really gotta, but I can be type shit, and they kind of finish my sentences, They got type of everything, when it comes to media and food, it's not really nothing, it's not really nothing I thought, vegetable food. And that's how I so that's why I say it's not really my thing. Depending on where you eat, man. Depending on what you get into. On creativity, I'm thinking about creativity. And it's a lot of the creative ideas that I have, it's sometimes I don't want to discuss, because it's I have been a victim of people trying to do identity theft, just envy in general. Higher ups that's not even in your vicinity. The people that's supposed to be higher up. I should have did quotation marks when I said higher up, but see how my hands are right now. Yeah, I be wanting to discuss the creative ideas, but it's damn, if you soul search, even though you know what I'm saying, you original, you can come up with original things. I just feel you gotta know that, you gotta know your place, you gotta know. I just feel you gotta know that. That's just all I'm gonna say. You just gotta know that. However you take that as, but you just gotta know that if you're able to create original things that generate in your mind, and you can make them come to life and watch them unfold and successfully kind of right how you visioned it, it hit different. I don't know if my hand's shaking again, but it's alright right now. But yeah, relax. Proceeding with the mission. A part of me got a vision with the greenery. That's why I'm not gonna say I'm procrastinating. I say I'm plotting, I'm waiting, I'm definitely scaling. I say I'm scaling for that time. It's just the greenery on the trees, and just on the camcorder and just cinematically amusing. It's just you feel me? With the right lighting and the trees and the weather and the rain and the trees and but it's also certain locations, because I already did Chinatown, testing it out first. Chinatown, you don't really need, I'm not gonna say you don't need nature. You don't need, a lot of it is very LED lighting and stuff like that. I lost some cool shit right there. It was just a crow right there. He was using this puddle to dip his food in. He kept picking it up and biting at it and re-dipping it to soak it up to make it it was a hard piece of food. So he was making it enough for him to eat. That shit was crazy. I was witnessing that real time. I really ain't never showed nobody before. Type shit. Hey. Type shit. Type shit. Rolls Royces, low riders, Ferrari getting washed in the rain. Chrome, over big chrome. Am I able to just go down there? Sorry? Is there something going on, or I could just go down there? You could just go down. I do go. All right, thank you. Real deal happen. Nigga wanna talk when I start talking. It's the real deal outro for this whole shit. Yeah, go sweet.